Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to do some basic decorating. We've got this unit that we built, we've built over the last couple of videos, and last time we put the roof on it. So I was playing with it and I wasn't too happy with where the stairs ended up, and then I wasn't happy where the bathroom ended up, and because of the low roof here, I've been fighting with where to put the bathroom. I put it upstairs and then the bedroom was very cramped, and then I moved it out and I think the bedroom is starting to look pretty good. Yes, we are using the leopard print here. I haven't finished the bedroom. I was just playing with it and I thought, you know what? Let's try it this way, because there is a patio here where you can come and sit, maybe have your morning coffee. I took a couple of the windows out. I took one of the windows out on each level here, as you can see by the floor, and it just doesn't look as sort of overwhelming window wise. I've put this interesting little window here, which I also think is pretty good because it sort of echoes the roof, and then I echoed the triangles on the wall, and I think that's not a bad thing to do. Let me know what you think. And then obviously with the leopard print, we went with the browns and the beiges and the creams in here. And I think it's starting to look pretty good. I've also put a planter here so it breaks the area. You can still stand here and look over the edge, but it's not a wall or a fence or a railing or whatever. And I think from both areas it actually looks quite nice with just the row of plants. So that means the bathroom's going to have to be down here. And yes, I just chucked all the stuff from up there down here, and I think it will be okay. I can move the stairs over a bit if I need to, but I don't really want to, because let's move that over there. I would like to put the TV here and some sofas and all the rest. We've got a huge, maybe we could put the TV there, and then this can be moved over slightly. What do you think? And of course I've echoed it with the triangle there. So we have mirrors as the headboard this time. It's our sandbox only mirrors, and I thought just for a hint of something interesting against this very busy wall, it wouldn't look too bad. And then of course we need lights, so we're going to need a light fitting of whatever description. I think we've been going for this, so let's keep going. And I've been using the stained mahogany in here because I think it looks pretty cool with the leopard print. Where should we put this light fitting? We have to put it on the side of something. Let's put it on the side here, and then we can find some interesting lights. Hopefully. Let's start with side lights, side lamps, and because of the triangles, I'm leaning maybe towards this. It is fairly low, but I think it might work. If we go with the mahogany and then go with black, let's see. see it's a very low light, very low profile, and that's not a bad thing, but it's quite cool because it actually echoes the triangles that we are playing with in here, and it's just a basic low light. Let's put that in to start with, and of course the triangle is the wrong way. Better, and then it shines on the wall behind it instead. I think that works. Let's just change that down into the warmer lights. There we go. You get that nice warm yellow color. Now, unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of triangular lights here. The only one we have, well, the only ones we have are these, which are not really very big, very bright. And these again, we don't really have much in the way of that. So for the sitting area, I think let's go with this. Again, sort of a nod to the triangle with the legs. And then we can use sort of the warm cream. Pop it over here and see what it looks like. That'll work. Once again, I always forget to do it when I buy it. Okay, and then let's hook it up to this. Now, we are probably going to need a central light somewhere in here and a fan because, you know, hot. So let's look at hanging lights. These might work. The only problem is the base is really big, so that's not really going to work in this particular instance. So maybe this. Let's stay with black. And it's very little, isn't it? No. You know, call me crazy, but we do this. I just wish I could change the metal, but I can't. So if we put this over here, let's see what it looks like. Not too bad. I'm not too stressed about having it in the middle of the room. Suppose we are going to need maybe there or over here. Can I walk underneath it? Yes, I can. It's not going to knock me out. That should give us enough overall light up here because there's still going to be lights down there. And of course the fan. Where are the fans? I can never remember them. Are they in electrical? Home appliances. There. We have that fan, which I'm not a huge fan of. This one I really like because of the profile, but for this particular build, I'm going with these. That should be. And we will pop this over in the bed area. It should be fine. Roof is quite low. Whoop. Come on you go. That'll keep everybody nice and cool in the height of summer. So awesome. Now I'm wanting a large plant here somewhere. So we are going to have to find us. I'm thinking maybe just a round planter. Maybe, let's see what we've got here. We have a lot of palms behind us, so we can go with that. Alternatively, we can go for some of the creepers. Don't really have much in the way of the Virginia creeper in a pot. Which is unfortunate. I think this is not quite what we're looking for. It's too mottled. We need something fairly solid color in here. Maybe one of the snake plants, or maybe the monstera. Delicious monster. That'll work. We do have one hiding in this mass of plants over here as well. I think that will work quite nicely up there. Now, blinds here I don't think are a problem, but we are going to need blinds on this window. We do have the door here, so we're going to have to be... we can do curtains. Why did I say blind? I am not sure. Why am I indoors? There I am. I think let's start with that. Will this block this door from opening? I'm okay if it blocks it from opening, because then you have to use that door to go out. Oh, what do you think of the division here? This is the upstairs balcony. Yes, you can see your neighbors. Yes, you can chat to your neighbors if you so wish. But I thought it was quite cute as a decoration on the balcony. I think that will work in the way of curtains. And then we can just use how far can I go? You know what? Should we use another one of these? Yes, I know they're not in the right place, but that's... Have they covered the window? Yes, they have. Awesome. All right. And that will open. There. We need more. Let's do the grid snapping on. Otherwise this is never going to fit properly. Will you still open? Yes, you will. Awesome. Let's do that. And then do that'll be fine. Do another one of these, which we probably won't be able, damn it, to fit. Hold on. Now it'll fit. Okay, that works for me. Now, because everything upstairs here is pretty hectic, I'm going to go for a very neutral, slightly darker than usual. I think that works because that will match that. And then we just have to move this back across. Enough for this door to open. There we go. And we need to connect it there. Where's my little rod? There you are. And today we actually have the black finish on the curtain. And I'm going to do it long enough so that it doesn't look weird. Take the grid snapping off, otherwise it will never work. I think that will work okay. Let's bring it out a little bit more. There we go. Awesome. So we have that. Now, the only thing we need would be perhaps a little table here and something on the patio. Now, there are recliners and all kinds of things down there by the pool, so I think I'm going to put a little table and chairs so you can have a breakfast or something like that up here. And for that, I'm in two minds. I might lean towards that. The only thing is the chairs for that are a little frilly. But if we went with that, for example, with this table, we went for that. You see, you heard my voice. It's like, okay, we'll do that one. I think that would be perfect because you can then sit here, have something to eat, possibly catch sight of some game out there, watch the people outside. Let's move that over slightly and then we can fit two chairs in there. Unless we use these or these. These might work. Let's see what these look like. It's actually pretty cute. That'll work. And then we are going to need exterior lights again. I think we are going to go for the lanterns. Either these or those. Let's go with these. And yes, I'm going to go for the copper for the exterior. Let's connect them. Let's connect them to a central switch for upstairs. That will give everybody enough space. And then I think maybe a planter here again. A flower pot. This could be fun. Let's go with that. Very small, isn't it? But it'll be. I think we are going to go with this. That will take up a fair bit of space there, but that's all right. I think that will work for us. Okay. Now, for this crazy room, for the carpet, I'm thinking of this color, the same sort of tone as we have on the wall there. Let's see. Let's go for the suede. I wonder, should we go for the leopard print, or will we be even able to see it? Probably not. It's fine, we can always add something to it. Painting the floor. That sort of just gives it a hint of something on the edges. I think, you know, not quite even, is it? I will add pillows. We need to do that now. Standing right at the bottom, there's one. Nice big fluffy ones. And we need 3. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's start with the plain color. See, it won't stand up there, it only stands here. Which is fine. I'm not going to argue with it. And then we can go for the... I wish it saved our last pattern at the very least. But you know, I think it's that, or it could be that. Let's do that and hope like crazy. Okay, that'll work. Maybe. Nope, it's the lighter one. Okay, now we gotta move this stuff. Anything that bugs me is having to manually place these pillows on the bed. Never quite look right either. I think that'll work. The only problem is the bathroom's downstairs. But you know, these things happen. Now what I'd really like to do is have a triangular print up there just to add to the craziness. But I'm not going to. I think that might just be a little too much. But we do need a little table next to the sofa here, and I think I'm going to go with this. This is my favorite so far. Now, the question is going to be, oh yes, that'll work. Although that's slightly pink. It should be. Now you'll notice that this side is longer than that, because I thought what we can do is put some books on the side. Page. Now we've got a number of new books available, which is nice. Come on, thank you. And I like the fact that they're quite large, so they actually, what am I doing? They are actually, have a bit more presence. So let's do mushrooms. I'm on precise placement again, aren't I? Always end up there when I'm trying to place books down. Birds. Cackling goose. That's one more. Sure. We've got 2 novels, 3 non-fictions, and I would like something to anchor that. What are we going to use? Maybe one of these cool shaped vases. That's fun. There we go. I think that's a pretty cool little upstairs bedroom. And then we can go downstairs and play a little bit more. What are we going to put here on this table? Should we have a plant, a flower, a vase, a statue? I don't think it would be a good idea to put a candle. We're in a thatched house, probably not a good idea. How about that as a good start? And perhaps a coffee mug. Seeing as we're here, oh boy. Okay, please be patient. This is going to take a while. Okay, we're back. So, if I'm not mistaken, did I put the leopard in? Hang it. Got some. That's a cool picture. Where's my leopard? I swear I had the leopard. Dang it. The leopard has left the building. Okay. Maybe something like that. Then we can take this down. Just slightly softer brown. There we go. Cup of coffee. Wouldn't mind lying on the bed and watching the river. It's a river, people. It's not the sea. It's a river. Very pretty. Okay, let's go downstairs. We have to put railings on this eventually, but I'm ignoring it for the moment simply because we'll get to it. Alright, so we have a bathroom. Now, I would like to use the stairs. Now, I'm thinking of this color. I used it upstairs and then I had to take it away. Probably wasn't the best idea to do that because now that's on the back as well. Yeah, it'll be fun. And we can use this as a feature in the bathroom. What do you say? Now let's take all this away. I'm not going to use this, but we could probably look at that. We could literally put a shower underneath the stairs, which I think is perfect. The only problem is when you're walking up the stairs, not really, hey? You might catch a glimpse. So if we pull this wall out, there, you will no longer catch a glimpse. Okay, that'll work for me. And then, how big is this shower? I just threw this shower in because I started getting irritated with. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, 1 meter. Let's take the shower away and we'll make out that. There we go. I like that. Well, the only problem we are going to have is I don't want the wood from the shower. I mean from the stairs. Sorry, thinking really hard. Let's take that and just paint this wall quickly. So it's this color again. And then what happens if we take will that actually show or impact on the stairs? Because it looks like the stairs are okay. It's not showing through the stairs. Awesome. I don't know. Call me crazy. Is that crazy? Because then we can put let's go with black. Let's stay with black. Now this one could be fun, but it's white. Okay, so it's literally they're going to be, that might be a little uncomfortable. Maybe we need to move this over a smidgen. It's literally almost like it's coming from the roof. But that will only really work if we did this. Should be okay. We will put a wall here so that people can't watch us showering. We will. I think that could be quite fun. Something different. And we could probably use... we'll get there. Let's first think of the bath once again. Now we've got quite a few windows up there, but I want to use one of these. But to get this right, we are going to need to line it up. It's either going to have to be there or there. So let's go see which one will be better. If it's this one, the bath is fairly crammed in the corner. If it's this one, we could probably... gives us a huge bathroom, doesn't it? Maybe we need to make the shower a little bit bigger. We've got the space. Yeah, I think that's better. And then that can probably sit there. Take that window out. Okay. Oh, we had a shower. Whoops. And then this will probably, let's see, let's use this wall color. It should be enough. More than big enough for a bathroom. So we have this here, which, whoops, we don't really need. So let's okay, so that's going to actually run it to there and down. We will just have that ledge, which is fine. We can live with that. Simply because we can actually use that as a feature. So let's take that, take this off. And that should be fine. We are just going to have to extend that a little bit more. Where are we going to end up? Might be too much. We'll sort that out at a later stage. I think that would be quite... Oh, whoopsie. Maybe let's pull this out here. We've got another shape down here. Instead of a triangle, we've actually got rectangles down here. I think that'll work. Now let's see. Do we need this much bathroom? Probably not. We can actually get rid of that. And it still gives us a nice size room as an entrance and a dining room with the bathroom down there. I think I can live with that. Let's just find us a door. Now we've been using this door. I wanted to open that way. Smoked glass, so You literally walk straight into the shower. I don't think we need it. What do you say? Now it feels a little cramped. Yeah. One more. Maybe we start playing with triangles down here. It's really centered there. I think that'll work because you walk in mostly to use the toilet, wash your hands. Then once the door is closed, check out this cool shower. I think that will work. And we are going to play with those shapes inside the shower and outside the shower. Okay, let's take this and pop this up top here. Okay, it won't fit. Just thinking, do I want it full height or do I want it to the height of that first curve there? And do we want maybe a couple of these? When it does. No, not like that. Okay. Let us play with these shapes here. Might as well use this tile. There comes a point after you've played in the game long enough and it gets a little rock. Okay, so we have the shower head here. I'm standing, more than enough space. Only problem is the staircase. Is that the staircase? Yes, it is. Can we move it the tiniest smidgen? Yes. And out of awesome. I think I wouldn't mind using this shelf. We can maybe put a light in here. No. Now it gets too claustrophobic. Okay. I will not do that. So what are we going to do with this? If we take that, is this the color that, is this, no, that's the color we've been using. We need a different type, something smoother. It's going to be light. I know this is a tile, but I'm just going to put it on the ceiling for now. It's going to be shiny. Alright, so if we use this tile and we go for tiny cut. Okay, so if we go for that, just from a distance you can't really see the difference of the cut, but it gives it a different texture. Which is quite interesting. Rope, let's. Do I like that? No, I think I'm going to stay with that as the backdrop here. Perhaps this whole wall will work. And then we can do forgetting I use the, okay, let's take this color and do the paint thing, shall we? And it won't be so shiny. There we go. I think I'm going to do it here as well. How do you feel about that? And the next question would be floor. Do we use this? But larger? How is that such a different color? Oh no, okay. Should we stay with this? Over there, so you've got mostly a very clean, restrained okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now, do we do this on the floor or do we go for a different shape? Maybe squares? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Is this too weird? Let's put that on the side there, then, because it's not exactly. Put it on the side there because it's not exactly centered. Then we need our little friend here. Here we go. I think that works. I might be wrong. Just put that back in. That has more than enough space there. Question would be, obviously, to use this, or do we go one darker? It glows. Don't know if I like the fact that it glows. It's too green. No, I don't like it. Okay, let me know what you think. Am I pushing my luck with shapes? Or does it look okay? Let's put a blind on this dear little window here, so the people can at least have a bath in peace. We can then go for the darker color. I like that. I just don't like that now. So I like the style. I think we should go black. That immediately looks better. The black wood. I don't know. Let me know what you think of these weird designs. Should we do this? Or should we go with straight granite? Then I'm thinking, because you know we're all about the shapes right now. Should we use this? what I have found, and it makes me very, very happy, is that you can actually turn it now and it doesn't, you see that? If I do that, it doesn't sort of freak out because it's not, it's damn it, I can't talk today. There we go. I like that. And it's literally not being a pain in the behind. There we go. So it's almost, it's literally a pinstripe rather than a very pronounced. Okay, and then you can see the pinstripe a little confused on the corner there. Make it bigger. It's fine. Oh, I don't know. I like it. Let me know what you think. Let's just resize this while I'm here. Otherwise I'm going to forget. There we go. Then we need a mirror, and I think the mirror we're going to use is going to, why am I going there? This one. We can use the black frame on it. I think that'll look awesome. Oh, it's up too high. I'm never sure with these darn floating things. I think they are. Let's take them down one click. Can I see myself in the mirror? Not yet. Maybe one day. Okay. I've been waffling for over an hour now. I think the only thing we really need to do in here is lights, carpets, bits and bobs, and then this area. And okay, my thought process here is, before we go, let's take that. Perhaps we take that, what am I doing? That, and turn it, and again put an interesting pattern on it. Makes sense. And yes, I only want it on, it's not going to work, is it? Okay, we'll do the interesting pattern on the whole thing then. Let's do that there. We have the planter up top there, which is fine. And then here we can actually use it for knickknacks and stuff. So for example, let's just use this as an example. Let's do the gold one just for the heck of it. We can have a whole bunch of them here. Shall we go all the golds? I can never remember which one's the biggest. I think it's that one. So something like that. And wanted to, we could put silhouettes there. We do have an elephant, which is a little big, but it's fine. We can shrink him down. I don't know. It's a thought. But I must find my leopard, because, you know, this is the leopard print house. One of them. The one next door is also going, ooh, not that side. The other side. Is also going to be leopard print. But it's going to be a different layout, I think. I'm thinking of doing the living room upstairs, bathroom and bedroom downstairs here, and dining room over there. So that's a whole new thing for another day. Let me know if you want to see the next decorating, or if you want to see the final reveal. Let me know. And also, please let me know what you think of my vehicle. I'm very chuffed with it. I did realize the only thing I didn't put on this vehicle are mirrors on the sides for reversing. But you know, it's not like it's going to be driving on any real road in the area. And if you get stuck, you're probably stuck. So guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. And I think we're going to do something different on Friday. Maybe the next job. I'm going to take a break from this, and then we can wrap it all up. And you guys can let me know if you would like me to put this up onto mod.io. But thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.